Yeah, yeah, right. Hello, people. What we wanted to do, we just wanted to give a reflection of our journey so far as we traveled from Europe to, we're now in Senegal, and so many things have actually happened. So I would like to take this opportunity to ask Uncle Alex. First of all, we will talk about our journey from our homes to the point whereby we arrived or were in Algeciras, where we did board the ferry to Morocco. What was your experience as far as the people are concerned and the movement between borders of Europe?
I think for me, well, my living part was a bit difficult because my wife was away and she had gone to church, so she wasn't there when I left. It was only me and my kids, and all my kids were sleeping as well when I left. The boys were sleeping, Menashe was sleeping, Panache was sleeping. Anyway, I took off early in the morning because I had to get to Mauritania around 6:24. 6:24. So I took out early. We were supposed to meet with at the ferries, but he was about an hour behind. So I proceeded and waited for him on the other side. Going through the Eurotunnel wasn't much of a challenge. That was simple and straightforward, really.
But there was one policeman or
one British policewoman was asking quite a lot of questions, asking whether the car was mine, whether it was registered in my name, blah 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 blah. She was just being too much, really, because I was driving my own car, registered my name with my passport. The logbook had my name on it, same as was on my passport. Anyway, then crossed over, waited for Uncle Eno on the other side at the petrol station. I think you got some pictures we took when we were there. Yeah, and then we took off from there.
Yeah. Which was quite good. My own experience, I think what I will want to talk more is about the humanity part of it, or how easy it was to cross over between borders. And from my own point of view, when I left home, of course, I was running late. I got to the Eurotunnel. I was something like 1 hour behind, but I was never stopped and questioned by anyone. On the road, Eurotunnel, I did not actually produce even my license. I only showed my license when I was boarding the train or the Eurotunnel train. He didn't ask me for the passport. And throughout the course of the journey, when we traveled into France, we were just sailing, no police roadblock.
Toll roads.
It was only the toll gates which were too much.
We're like, please.
Yeah, which were like they were just getting in our nerves. But when we had a challenge about the vehicle, I think we decided to put over at a hotel which was in Spain.
But we didn't know we were in Spain.
We didn't know that we were in Spain. We're now in a small town called Hinani. And it was quite surprising that we're now in Spain, no border crossing and so forth, which was quite good. I think I did comment quite a lot about it, that this is what we are longing for, Africa. And just to push that agenda, I'd actually put my stickers on my vehicles for Africa without any borders. And we did fix Madure, which was quite good, although it was expensive in Spain. But to be quite honest, it was quite worth it because the guys, they did a quite good job. Then we crossed over into Morocco.
Oh, before that we went to
Gibraltar.
Because when your car was being fixed, we decided, we took my car, went to Gibraltar, which is like an English.
According to history, when I read about Gibraltar, understand during World War II, Britain wanted that part of Spain to watch out what is happening in Africa or something like that. But when the war was over, they refused to go back to Britain So they made an initial agreement that it will remain a British, like one of the islands which belongs to Britain. Even up to this present moment, it's still under British rule. The buses, they're just like you are in London.
They use pounds.
Or they use pounds. Almost they use in UK. They just use in Gibraltar. And that's why we wanted the car to be fixed there in Gibraltar. But the guy was so honest. He said that he was not going to cut corners, like wanted the DPF to be removed, those kind of things. He said no, he doesn't do dodgy jobs.
British registered.
It's a British registered car. It has to fit British standards. Then we realized we're not getting anyway. Then we decided to go back to Spain to do some dodgy jobs.
He was even saying go to Spain, they would.
Which they did.
Yeah.
They did what we asked them to do, and he raised even the computer system, just so that it doesn't actually recognize that the DPF has been tampered with.
Yeah.
And we saw to Algeciras to go into Morocco. Oh, when we crossed over into Morocco, we thought we were going to have this war coming, that we're now in Africa, a war coming, but it was totally different, because one thing, I was nearly arrested for showing my camera, and they confiscated my camera. Then he went into the office, he was shouting. And the guy was here, the policeman was having issues with Alex, and it took us more than 3 hours.
So for me, he looked at my my car, looked at my logbook, and my logbook has got the chassis number written on it. And then he was like, "Oh no, this is not the chassis number." I said, "That's the chassis number." And then he was like, "Oh, no, your chassis number should have 17 digits. I said, no, this car was imported from Japan to England. In England, the chassis number was accepted and it was put on my logbook." And he kept on saying, "Oh, no, that's not the chassis." He was looking everywhere, under the bonnet. He was looking everywhere, under the engine. He wanted to get the chassis number. So we had a little bit of an argument until I just sat down and let him be. And then he realized he wasn't getting anywhere. So he left us.
Yeah, but I had to go into the supervisor's office to explain myself why I was showing the camera, because I wanted to take some pictures, Uncle Alex, like what we were doing before. Mm-hmm. Then the guy actually said, I was speaking in English. Then the guy said, "You are now in an Arabic country.
You must speak Arabic."
Arabic. Then I was just saying, "Oh my God, I've got a right to a language." Yeah. Then he said, "When you're in Morocco, you do what the Moroccans do. You forget that you are British," or that kind of thing. They were just so rude, which was like, wow. Anyway, when you are in people's territories, we just abide to their rules. But it wasn't actually a war coming environment. Not knowing that it was only the beginning of more hell to come in the future, because we drove to the campsite. Our first campsite, I'll put the name down. It was really nice.
That was nice. It was Marrakesh.
It was in Marrakesh.
Oh, no, it wasn't Marrakesh. It's the, those English guys that were going, it's Mahat something.
Mahat something.
Yeah, Mahat.
Some English guys actually told us where they were camping for the night.
Then
we followed them, but we arrived there before them, and it was really nice. Even the guy, he was a Moroccan guy, he was having his dinner. When we arrived, he stopped eating. Then he took his time to show us the hotel, the food, the Moroccan food, how they eat. It was something nice.
We ordered too much.
We ordered too much food. It was only 21 pounds, but it was too much food. Then our sleeping was quite good. Our night was good. The showers were clean, and in the morning we did set off. And during the course of that drive, I think in Morocco, there were less police stops who were not stopped by the police.
Because do you know why? I think in Morocco, we were mainly using motorways. I think most of their roads are motorways. So we were following toll roads with motorways, and then you don't get the police there. But everywhere you go, people are asking for tablets, phones.
That was now in Western Sahara. When we hit the Western Sahara, things started to change. You know that you are now hitting Western Sahara by the when you stop when you stop for like relief breaks, the toilets they do change to the one on the floor, whereby you have to have the pit toilets, whereby you have to squat. Then you know that you are now hitting Western Sahara. When we hit Western Sahara, it wasn't the police were stopping us too much. I think the first day we were so frustrated. He got a ticket first. Uncle Alex got a ticket. Then we kept on driving. Then it started getting worse and worse, whereby they were stopping, asking us silly things, asking for money. Then I was just thinking, oh my God, we just need a break because we've been. I think the first day on tickets we could have spent something like 100 euros because they could actually come with just some silly excuses and say, you did this, pay. Then we did stop over, and when we stop over, that's a wonderful place. Oasis 212. No, it was before that.
No. I just wanted to mention because Liz said you have to make sure you mention she booked that. We called my wife in England, and she had to look around because we were busy driving in deserts with no network. So she called and she booked us Oasis 212.
Yeah,
Oasis 212, which is like a what do they do there? They do like the kite surfing.
Yeah,
it's like it's so nice and traditional. The guys there were so helpful. We took a picture of the other guy, which we can insert in. We took a picture of this other guy. I can't remember his name, but that place was just...
Yeah, it was something like what Uncle Alex did. The environment was so welcoming. You didn't feel discriminated. And they took their time. Even when we left, they did pick us some food. They were worried about us. They told us that we need some visas for Mauritania. And when we checked on the website was telling us that you apply on arrival. We should have actually just listened to these guys, but we depended on the internet, which was wrong.
It costed us 2 days.
It costed us to do. We did arrive there on Friday. Then when we were about to cross, the guys at the Western Sahara border post, they were not really friendly. They just chugged us and said, no, we'll go and get visa, which was when you feel that people are just looking upon you down, that kind of thing. That's what we felt. Then we decided to book for some accommodation. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were still waiting for our visas. Then Monday evening, that's when the visas came out. Mine, it came out around 5 in the morning, but Uncle Alex's visa came around 8 p.m. Then, without who live in the desert area, this desert, maybe Mauritania is going to be far much better than what we're experiencing in Morocco.
Actually, when we got to the border, this is the West Saharan border with our visas. Although the visas were on the phones, they said, you have to have it printed out. So we had to find someone to do the printing by the border, and we paid them 50 of their money, 50 dirham.
50
I'm not sure how much that is in pounds. But even if you've got your phone, your visa has to be printed out for you to be able to use it, for you to be able to cross from Western Sahara to the Mauritanian border. Well, not Mauritanian border, to the no man's land.
Then when we crossed over, during the crossing, the guys, the policemen, were not actually helpful as well. They will be just like the minute they realize that you are speaking in English, they become really frustrated. Although we're trying to use Google Translate, but there was only one policeman who was actually like friendly. Then there was when we were about to exit, another young man. He was also like just being nice because the other ones were just like brushing us off. And they were just asking for things, and they keep on talking in their language, which is quite okay anyway. You can't condemn them on that. But we thought we were done with this discrimination. But the minute when we hit Mauritania, it got so worse. It was just so worse. This guy, an agent, wanted to take us by force. He didn't understand English. Then he made some charges saying that he wants this amount of money. Lucky enough,
The minute we got out of the, we released from the Western Saharan border, he was actually waiting, came to us and was like, "Oh, I can help you with the Mauritanian side border," but he couldn't speak English anyway. That's the message he was trying to pass on to us. Then he called his friend who could speak English. You spoke to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll only charge you £150, €150
per
per car to help you clear you on the Mauritanian border." So we said, "No, we are okay." We started driving towards the Mauritanian border across the no man's land. This guy, we had 4x4 cars, and the road there, it's not tarred, it's just like a gravel road. So we were trying to move fast. He had a small car, and he was like bouncing, trying to go in front of us with his hazard lights on, like he was escorting us. So we then got there, and we were trying to explain to him that we didn't need his help. And then we were rescued by, what's his name?
Oh, Mula. Yeah. At least Mula could actually speak in English. Then he was more calm. He was explaining what he was doing, and he made our crossing so smooth. But during that process, we were only told that we need an escort. They were going to take our passports, the logbooks, because people do enter Mauritania, then they'll sell the vehicles. But for British citizens, the law actually says that we keep our documents.
They said if you were European, we had British passports, but we were not European.
Because so they
said if you were European, we wouldn't have taken your passports. So what they actually do, they make copies of your passports, they take your passport and your logbook, then they make copies of your passport, and they give you the copies to drive all the way to whichever border you say you're going to cross. So for us, it was Rosso. So then they said we will follow the following day with your passports and your logbook. So we were traveling through Mauritania without passports. We just had copies. They had our passports. But they said if you were European, we wouldn't have done that.
So we did travel during the course. So we were at Mauritania or border post. We were there for something like 5 hours to 6 hours, while Mula was trying to process our paperwork. It was very hot. It was really windy. And they said that they do all the cars, then they give us an escort to go to Rosso. But fortunately, after the process, they said that you can just drive. They will meet us in the morning by 10 a.m. Then we decided we did book in Grand Plaza Hotel in Morocco, which is another city. Nouakchott, which is just 2 hours from Rosso. So we drove for something like 5 hours from Fong. Until by the time when we reached the city, it was quite dark. And along the way, we were quite entertained by the camels. You just see some sharks around the desert. You'll be just wondering what the hell are these people doing here? Because you don't see any desert. Is just another place. Then you'll be just a feeling for the people. When you stop over, they'll be just asking for things. Even the charger you are using to charge your phone.
And toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes. The policeman did ask for toothbrushes. Then we were saying, this is the toothbrush I'm using, because he saw it just poking from the bag. Then he said, can I have this? Can I have this? Yeah. Can I have a souvenir? Those kind of things, which were like quite frustrating anyway. So fortunately enough, we did arrive in Morocco. And it was quite good. The city, there was life. We could actually see people going out at night. Because I think during the course of the day, people will be in the houses. Then at night, the markets are open. People can actually go clubbing when it is cool. We did check in. Then we went to a restaurant where we actually gave our dinner. I think it was almost around 11 p.m. Then we chilled out for something like 3 hours. Then we did recommence our journey in the morning. We were quite feeling refreshed, and we thought we were just going to, by 10 o'clock, we'll be there. Then we'll pass over into Senegal. So, because Mo did refer us to a friend in the city, so the guy, So the guy came and saw us in Oku. Then he said that he will refer us to another friend who works at Rosso to help us with the paperwork, who could actually speak English. So when we drove over, the guy was waiting for us at the last checkpoint before the border post. This guy was nice because he did actually, although we had some more limited communication barrier, he did explain it. He did assure us his number, the way he was calling us and so forth. And he drove on his motorbike. Then we got to the border. It seems as if everyone knew him. So he was quite an honest guy. So he actually said, to facilitate you, I just want 10 euros from each car. Then you can cross over to Senegal. So he did all the dirty work for us. He did help us, even the paperwork. Then we did realize that we had something which was challenging. Our cars were older for Senegal. We knew about it, but we thought that because we told when we watched the other guys who traveled from London to Cape Town, they said that they had to pay the officials to cross over. So then this guy actually, Mauna, his name was Mauna, or Travers, he actually referred us to another guy. He said that this guy can actually help you. This guy, when we asked him at the beginning, he said he will help us with all the paperwork in Senegal. Then for doing all that, he just wants something to eat. So we're quite okay with that.
Just like a thank you.
Just like a thank you. So he processed our license, everything. Because of the problem we knew about, then we said we want to know figures before we cross over. Yeah. Then he told us his figures, saying that they started from 200 euros. Said to do the paperwork, the licensing, everything will cost something like 200 euros. But just to change your euros to the local currency there, so that the officials don't charge you euros, which we did anyway. Then we
changed about 680,
700 pounds. It was 700 pounds. We thought it was enough. When we got there, this guy, he was talking to his other mates. They were just like moving up and down. Then I think five people just appeared
trying to help.
Then I said, no, we did not like the environment, the attention that we're giving us. Can we just deal with one person? Then we moved from one office to another. Then when we hit the customs, then things started to change. Then,
we got to the place, which was okay. We paid 10,000 of their money. It was 10,000 per car. No, 5,000 per car. 10,000 per car. Something like that.
5,000.
The place wasn't an issue. The customs, I think, was the problem.
Yeah, because when they first spoke to us, we thought we were going to get an invoice or that kind of thing. Yeah, this guy was so corrupt. I've never seen Senegalese. I think they're the most corrupt border post officers.
Especially
this Rosso at Rosso there was this guy. Then at first it was 250. Then they changed the figures to 350. Then we argued with them. Then they said that talk to the boss. I spoke to the boss. He did agree to 250. Then I did explain it to him that we're doing this all for charitable organizations. Then he said, okay, he does understand. Then the guy was supposed to be stamping our paperwork. Then he said that he wanted his commission. Otherwise, he's not going to do anything. So we had to pay him. Was it?
It was equivalent of 120 US.
Yeah, which was quite a shame as well. Then
this guy was doing his job, so he was doing his job that he's paid for, and he had accepted our 250 euro equivalents for the cars, and then he gave it back. He said it's not enough. And we said, but you said 250. He said, yeah, but I need commission.
Yeah.
That was his commission, just doing his work.
120.
So we paid him
US.
120 US to do his work.
Then the guys who were helping us as well, there were some white guys who were coming and going. They were not spending much time at the border. I think were the first to arrive, then were the last to leave. Everyone was just on us. Everyone was trying to get something from us, which was really quite frustrating.
Including our food in the car.
Even our food, they were just swarming. They were just saying, what's wrong with us as black people that you would rather rip off from a brother than from these other strangers? Yeah, we're not supposed to be ripping each other anyway as human beings, but you can actually see that everyone is trying to take advantage of you, that you are in a situation, but they want to milk you until when you die or when you are penniless. We did to leave the border. We did spend something like £1,000 because they will tell you now to stamp. We need this now to do this to exit.
They put obstacles in front of you. So like they said, now that you've paid the monies for the cars, we've paid the €250. We've paid the commission that you wanted. It was like there's a stamp that you need.
Yeah.
On the official documents, there's another stamp that you need, and that stamp costed us around 60,000 of their money, which was about another, I think it was about $70 US. And then the guy that took us to the guy that stamped our cars wanted a commission of $20 US.
Exactly.
And the guy that helped us as well, the one that was helping us with paperwork, he wanted $50 for each car. So you can then imagine €250 plus 50 plus another 70 for his commission plus another 20 for this guy that's taking us for just a single stamp by the first checkpoint. And they said, if you don't get that stamp, it means you stay here until we get you someone to escort you out of Senegal the following day. So they know you're in a hurry. They'll find anything to frustrate you, to hold you back, so that you can just like, you know what, 120 US, let's just pay it so we can go.
Yeah, this is what Wademaya was talking about. If you actually follow Wademaya, he did mention about how corrupt or Senegalese or officers are.
Senegal was very disappointing.
Senegal was very disappointing. Even
in fact,
that
it is
biker,
disappointing because we were still there.
even that biker, is it from Nigeria? That girl, she was really frustrated by the Senegalese border officers. It's really so disappointing that they do this to other Africans or to people who are actually coming in their country to have a nice time, but they just want to milk you. They don't care about you, about their country, to give a good presentation. And this is something we've been pushing. Like on my car, you can see that I put 3 things like Africa without borders. But you feel disappointed that you are an African, because we're still a long way to what the Europeans are doing and to the picture they actually put out there, which is we still have got quite a lot to learn from how Europeans do their things, about how they view each other, whether they speak different languages. But you don't feel that barrier that you are now in France, you are now in Spain, you are now in England. They just welcome each other and without any charges. This is something we have been trying to bring to Africa. But it's a challenge because some of us, we've traveled quite a lot, and it's opening our minds. We want to impact it on others, but we are still a long way.
It is. Even when we had left, we were stopped by 2 police officers, and one of the police officers was like, "You've got a fridge, a cooler box in your front seat. That's not allowed in Senegal," and he was going to give us a ticket. So we started arguing with him. We said, all the way from England up to here, we were never asked about our cooler box in the front seat. He said only a person must be sitting in the front seat. We said, but that's not what we think. He said, well, that's what we do in Senegal. I said, why is that? He said, only if it's a camping car. And then we were like, oh, it's a camping car. That thing on top of Eno's car is a it's a bed, it's a tent, it's a bed. So I had to show him the back of my car. I had to show him the bed in the back of my car and show him the stove. And then when they saw that, they were like, "Can we have pictures on your car?"
On your car. Well,
They had to take themselves selfies on my car, and they were like, "You can go." After all that, yeah.
This is what we just wanted to let you know at the present moment. We're just at a hotel. It's called Port something. I'll write the name. I was just trying to read the history. It has been in existence since 1857. It's a hotel with a potential, but it's a dilapidated hotel because I think it has actually changed.
It's been neglected.
It has been neglected and changed hands in the course of time, and which is quite a shame as well, because it's by the river, and the trees are beautiful, but to be quite honest, I think it's now just in the hands of blacks. That's what I can say. Otherwise, the person where the ideology is actually passed over, and it is actually been passed over to the kids or that kind of thing.
I think nothing is being repaired. The swimming pool, you've got the tiles that have gone on the floor of the swimming pools. The room that we booked yesterday,
it's not
the shower is
45
broken.
pounds.
When you flush, the water is going everywhere. It's leaking. It's just this.
Yeah,
really bad.
So guys, we just want to head over. I think our next stop will be in Guinea. We've got a few issues with our paperwork ahead where we're going. So we're just going to drive for another 4 hours. Then we stop over. We try to regroup nicely. Then we just march on. And thank you for watching. Keep on supporting us. We've got our channel, our GoFunds anyway for our charitable organizations. Keep on supporting us, guys. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and follow us on Facebook as well. On TikTok, we're there. Just to give us some support. It's not an easy ride,
no,
but I think we'll keep on marching home. And so we belong to Africa, and we're Africans. We just want to change the perspective of Africa as a continent, and the view people actually view us as well, that we're capable of doing these journeys as well. Not only the whites can actually travel these long distances, and God bless.
Yeah. Thank you. And actually, just to remind before we go, our trustees are where we are supporting, inspired by my little girl Panache, who was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 2. She decided she needs to support, educate, provide aids to similar children to her in Africa. So this drive and the donations that we're asking for are merely to help those children in Africa and bring some education. Also with his trust is helping the less privileged children in Africa. You would find in Africa there's a lot of children that very intelligent, that got potential, but they probably doesn't have like $500 or even $50 to go to school, so that they can go to school, be educated, do something in life, and help others. So these are the things we are focusing on, and we hope that throughout our journey, with whatever we are going through, we're also going to learn more about our causes, as we are going to be traveling quite a lot of countries through Africa. So thank you very much for your support.